I'm Joe Tucker, and I'm here to help you identify and overcome two of the most common flaws we as pool players share. Our first problem is our inability to actually sight shots properly. Now, I'm not talking about aiming here. In this video, we're going to work with mostly straight-in shots, and I'm going to assume most of us know where we want to aim when we're shooting a straight-in shot. What I'm talking about here is how our eyes mislead us or perceive the shots incorrectly without us knowing it. I know many of you have very, very good vision and you trust your eyes. Just want to talk about a few things, and I want to ask you a few questions. Here's an example that's not a pool example, but I want you to answer it anyways. Say you're at the pistol range and you're shooting at the bullseye. Your first group of shots is all 6 of them are over here to the left of the bullseye. What are you going to do on your next 6 shots? You're going to aim more to the right. That is going against your eyes. And it's easy here because you have clear-cut proof that your eyes were misleading you slightly. In pool, it's not that easy to pick up on, but I'm going to show you how to look for it and how to correct it. Let me give you a little example of what we're going to cover and how it works. These 2 little circles represent my left and my right eye, and this big circle represents the cue ball. Obviously, I want to approach center ball, but usually what happens is one eye is providing a little more information to the brain than the other. And in this case, like myself, we'll say the left eye is slightly stronger in providing more information. What this can cause, it can cause your stick to align parallel to your left eye's vision. And you can see how that causes the stick to line up left to right, something we obviously don't want. Now, some people say you can fix that by putting the cue stick directly over or under your dominant eye. I don't believe that's enough. I have found that it does work if you moved your left eye all the way past center of the cue ball, which would straighten out this. And then we're talking about you using 90% of this eye and maybe 10% of that. So you would have to move the dominant eye all the way past center to straighten out the vision or the pool stick. Now, believe it or not, I've also found another way using the non-dominant eye to straighten out the pool stick. Because I have the tendency for my stick to be like this, I want more of this picture, correct? So what I would do is place the stick slightly favoring my non-dominant eye, and that helps give me a more balanced picture. So you can use the dominant eye to the extreme, or you can use the non-dominant eye as a helper. Whatever way you want to do it is going to be up to you. We're going to work in a little while, and I'll show you how to look for these pictures. Let me show you how the initial sighting flaws and improper alignment lead to the all too famous stroke flaws. Now, stroke flaws are easy to spot, and most instructors are quick to point it out. You're steering your stroke, you're crooked. But very few instructors are getting to the root of the problem, which is the sighting and the alignment. Here's an example of what can happen. A player falls on the cue ball intending to be straight with their stick, but they're lined up slightly, say from left to right. Now they think they're straight in, but it's easy for us to pick up that they're a little bit lined up favoring the right. Every player I've ever studied or taught or worked with does the same thing. They make a final execution stroke in the needed direction. For example, they're lined up here, slightly angled off to the right. On their final stroke, every single player would follow through more to the left. Now, sometimes the timing would be perfect and they would hit center ball, but many times it isn't, and they have a great inconsistency in their game. Their cue ball comes back with all kinds of unintended side spin. I'm going to show you how finding the proper picture, which will not look correct to your eyes at the beginning, will help straighten out your stroke. Now that you have a good idea of the two major flaws that we're going to be correcting, let me introduce you to your new coach who's going to help you overcome both of these problems. It's called the Third Eye Stroke Trainer. It just slides over the tip of the pool cue, and what this baby does from here is beautiful. First of all, it demands you approach center cue ball, retraining your eyes. You're going to see the new proper picture. Secondly, the arms of the attachment, which come in 2.5 and 5-inch arms, serve as a stroke training device. They will let you know if you're steering the stroke or staying straight through the stroke. We're going to get to work on the problems again, and then your new coach and I are going to help you start training and overcoming these problems. Now, why our eyes can't see the center of this ball is almost a mystery in this sport. I've been to several eye doctors, eye therapists, internet searches, sporting books. I got a $400 set of beads, which is a standing joke in my house, to train my eyes. I went because I was constantly battling with a lot of left and right spin on the cue ball that I didn't want. And also, I was seeing 2 cue sticks. So I thought that was a major problem, 2 cue sticks. But the eye doctor tells me I'm supposed to see 2 cue sticks.